Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I am super excited to show you the flip through, the final journal of the Seamstress. And the Seamstress is, well, I'm flipping through it, so it's done. she's about 5 1/8 by 7 by about 1 1/4 inches with an 1 1/4 inch spine. And this journal was put together using all products from Creative Expressions, from the Lorna Taylor, from Tailor Made Journals, from her line. The paper pad in particular is Worn Elegance. And then I also used stencils and stamps from some of Lorna's releases and those are through Creative Expressions. Lorna also has an Etsy shop called Tailor Made Journals, and the digital kit that I used inside this is her sewing ephemera. I'll put that link below, from Tailor Made Journals on Etsy. So let's get started. So this is regular book board with just a flat spine, hidden spine, and I've covered that with this really pretty fabric. Has very much of a William Morris kind of vibe to it. And on top of that, on the front, I have metal corners on all the corners. Then this is an old book cover here. There's some fabric. This is a piece of, it's sort of, it's not wool. It's an upholstery fabric. Some meshy sort of fabric, another fabric. This is like a linen. This is a little cloth tape measure here. Vintage buttons here, here, and here. This is a rusted washer that's been sewn on, and then this is a clock face that's been sewn on, and that rust is natural. A couple eyelets down here with some wire. This is edges of the handkerchief that I used inside that you'll see in just a minute. So trying to use up the scrap left over. And then on top, this is a piece of rusted fabric. So this rust you see here was in the fabric, and then I stamped on top of that with one of Lorna's stamps from one of her kits. And that's about it. Oh, let's see. The piece back here, right back here and here, those are from a spine, from the spine of a book. So I like to use, if a book gets gutted and I have, using the cover like I am, because this has sort of become, I think, my thing, right? the base of whatever I'm creating is an old book cover. Those spine pieces go to use as well. Okay, this is a knob closure with sari silk, and the way basically you just push down on it, and you can flip back and off and on without having to undo the bow. So, or you can undo the bow if you want to, but you don't have to. All right, in one of my my last estate haul videos, I showed you this handkerchief, and so I've used it here. It's just folded over and then sewn on. Then inside I have, this is just a card, journaling card I made from Lorna's digital kit. And then this is from a different paper pad of hers. I don't remember the name of it, chipped paint maybe. And then the paper in the back is from this Worn Elegance. Then here is a tag that I made, and I think there's a video on this one. This is Worn Elegance in the back, Tim Holtz paper backing it, so it's nice and thick and sturdy. And then this is just a collage with some random pieces. There's some handmade papers back there, some faux tape, vintage tape, some paper fasteners, ledger paper, and then this is from a ledger, and there's another clock face, and that is a legit clock face, and then the printed pieces here are from Lorna's digital kit. There's another paper fastener down there, and then I've sewn around it and then put some sari up in the top. So that is one of the tags. On the first page of every signature, I've done something just, a little different. And here I just wove some threads around these row of eyelets. There's some stamping on this paper, so some of this text that you see is the extra stamping, and those are also from Lorna's kits. And throughout, I've used one of her stamps and embossed with a clear embossing just to give just a little extra texture throughout the whole journal. A little bit of sewing here with some fabric and some lace. This is again a piece of rusted fabric, and then this is some handmade watercolor paper, ledger paper, and this is nice thick ledger paper. This is kind of a tea bag paper. This is from a vintage, let's see, I think this one was German. Yeah, I think it was German. And this is rag paper. It had the fold was here. I just left it, but I did line the edge here with some handmade paper just to give it a little more stability. And then this is also handmade paper with inclusions, really pretty. And the first of 3 little baby tabs made with a rusted safety pin, some fabric pieces, and then this one has another rusted washer on it. There's some more of that embossing, and this is coffee dyed paper. This is a pocket made from a handmade paper envelope. Inside, I've just got a journaling card that I made from Lorna's kit, and again with her paper. I'm going to sound like a broken record. And then printouts, die cut, or a fussy cut out and just collaged on the front from her kit. This is a stamp from her kit here that is just kind of an extra little piece there. And these are from her stencil, the little polka dots. Then these pieces are estate finds. And I believe they are handmade. They're very well done, but I believe they are handmade. Another pocket. And inside here, I have an actual old tally card. And I like using mixing made ephemera, a reproduction ephemera with real authentic ephemera. And so I think this pocket is all mostly authentic. This is a spool of thread, J&P Coats Company, and it's kind of ripped up on the back, but most of it, you know, a lot of it is still there anyway. So that's tucked in there. We'll put that in. We'll put the spool up front. This is just a tag from Iron Stitched Clothes, size 38. So this is a tag from I think a pair of jeans, a ticket, and a little number. This is actually from a ledger. It's a ledger number. And then those are all held together with a little fastener. So since this is the seamstress, she collects clothing tags, or has a few of them tucked in here. And she also has some ephemera, some advertising pieces. This is also authentic. Buttons Raven Gloss. It's a shoe store, I think. Button and Otley in New York. So it's a cool card. And then this is just a little tuck spot made with more paper from one of Lorna, from the tattered paint, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of the other paper pad is. And then another piece of those little squares. I had a few of those. I still have some left too. Some coffee dyed paper with some embossed stamping. There's the back half of that inclusion. Here's the back half of that German paper, the tea, the ledger, the water paper, and then this is the inside of the outer signature cover. The second signature, this is an original piece. It's hand tatted, and it was just very unusual. And there's in the next one or further in, there's another part of this from this piece that I will show you. And then this is a doily here on the front of another pad paper from Worn Elegance with some stamping on it. It's really pretty paper. Then this is an actual page from a ledger from 1873. And on here is another tab made with just a little cluster of fabric, the rusty safety pin, and this one has a little fastener on it. There's the back side of that. This is another ledger paper with handwriting on the back that has been folded and folded again, so it creates 2 tuck spots, one on this side and one on this side. This is from Lorna's Digital that has created a little journaling card here. And then these 2 pieces are authentic. This is from a clothier, Best Wishes from a clothier. And this is just a blank receipt tucked in here. Let's see, I skipped. Then the book page in here is from a French vocabulary journal or book. And I've just also just put some gesso on there so you could still write over all of that. More ledger paper. And here's another piece from Lorna's Lorna's paper pad. I'm sorry. And then this is one of the stencils that I've just added just a little bit through ink here on the side with another hand crocheted piece. This is a blank receipt, and you can tell it's old. It's nice discolored. But then these two pieces are from Lorna's digital kit. This one I cut out, and it has, the kit has, that paper clip doesn't want to come off. The kit has both the front and the back, or inside. So here's the inside, and that's just been printed and glued together and then cut out. And there's just two different dresses here. Isn't that adorable? And I've just got that tuck. This is this little tuck spot, and I've just got that little, just kind of hanging over on top of that, just to keep it in here. You can move these around, but that's just the way I stuck it in there. Ledger paper. There's the back side of that French vocabulary book, and another piece of ledger. This one has. This is also an authentic piece. It's gloves. It's from, these gloves are made with Kaiser patent fingertips and are warranted. So it's the label that was inside a pair of gloves. And that's just paper clipped on here. Another pocket made by folding the ledger paper. And then this is from the digital kit, and I put tiny staples in it to make it look like it was ripped off the cover of a book. And the back is just writing space. And then this is an authentic calling card. It says your true friend, and then it's got somebody's name on the back. Grant Lewis, maybe? So that's there. And then a vintage flinch card. More ledger. More paper from Lorna with the stamping and then clear embossing on top. And then this is also from the digital kit. It's, and I cut it out and glued it together, and it is an old needle holder. And so you open it up and your needles would be sitting in here. And so, and I've just backed this with this tea-dye paper, or it's like a tea bag paper, so that it was easy to fold up and bend, but yet still sturdy. So it's clipped on there. You could put real needles in it if you wanted to. There's the back of that doily, and then here's the first page of the third signature, and it's got this meshy kind of soft fabric through it with some little bows and eyelets and more stamping there. This is a printout from Lorna's digital kit here. The idea is that the seamstress is gathering information about sewing machines. So there's a lot of these kinds of pieces about sewing machines throughout. And then she's tucking some things in along the way. There's another tally card. I thought the color was really pretty. Here's another authentic postcard. It's for embroidery and knitting silks, dry and fancy goods. And then this is another receipt. This is the Key City Gas Company from 1921, also just tucked in there. More ledger paper with the purple ink. That's from 1873. And this last book page is from a dictionary. It's an English dictionary. So we had a German page, a French page, and an English page. And this also has gesso on it so that you can write on top of it. There's coffee dyed paper. This is the piece that was connected to or part of that other tatted piece. And then these two cutouts are from Lorna's kit. And then this is the third tab that's in here that's made with scrap pieces of fabric. This has two buttons on it and then another safety pin on the edge. And another pocket. This is just another one of the little lace squares I had. And then I've stamped. So this paper is from Worn Elegance, and then this is one of the stamps in her stamp sets that's on the top. This is, I made this the same time I made the other tag that's in the front. It's just a collage of pieces. This is handmade paper in the back that's been sewn on, more here, and then this one has the piece of ribbon on it. Paper fasteners. This actually has a paper clip on it too. An old button. This is an old Denison label that I stamped on the top from one of Lorna's stamps. And then the back is just craft. Colored paper, plenty of room to write on. More coffee dyed paper. There's the other side of that dictionary. More ledger, and here's the other side of the purple handwriting from 1872. More coffee dyed paper, and here's the end, and this is a second strip now of the sewn on fabric with a little bit of lace on it. And then the end, and this has another, you can see that clear embossing. You catch the shine. There you go. You can kind of catch the shine from that stamp. Then here in the very back, this is the other half of the same vintage handkerchief. So I just basically cut it from corner to corner, fold it over the two sides, and then use that piece like that. This is more about sewing machines. And then this is a, it's like a class record, scores from tests perhaps. And the thought is that the seamstress is a young student. She's using this journal to collect her notes and information about sewing machines that she wants to purchase. And so it's ready to be filled with stuff about sewing. And then tucked with this little tiny, what is that, safety pin? I just have my tag here that says this journal was created by Kip's Corner. And that is the seamstress. She's cute. I really love this size. I do, you know, full-size journals, I think, more often than I do the small ones, but I really do liking with the small sizes. I will post this journal available in my Etsy shop. I'll make it go live at the same time that this video goes live. So if you're watching this video, then this is in my Etsy shop. And that's it. That's all I have. I think in my last video I said that I was going to get I was going to try, no promises, try to get 4 journals done. They're all started in the month of August. And so now I can say 1 down, 3 to go. I will be back. Thank you so much for your support. Bye-bye.